Hey everybody, Kara here at the Healer Spot in Davidson. This video might be shocking. It might make you mad. It might put your defenses up. Take it however you want. I just feel like now is the time for me to talk about this. So, most people wouldn't know this about me because I can be pretty sneaky. I had some real troubles with alcohol. And, it sucks. Alcohol is terrible. It ruins so many lives. It's fucking terrible. It is a horrible, horrible, horrible thing. And I wouldn't wish it on anybody to be stuck in that place where you think that you have to just keep drinking. And that it's all you can do. I probably drank at least a bottle of wine a day, if not two, if not more. And most people didn't know that because the only person I usually ever drank with was Krista or myself. And I got drunk. I was drunk every day, pretty much. Not when I went to work, I will say that. But after work, always, and then, it's so evil. I would drink, and then I would just have one too many glasses of wine, and then it was lights out, blackout. Next thing I know, it's morning, I'm on the couch, and I'm wondering what the fuck happened last night. And I would go through so much agony of why? God, help me. I'm just stuck in this place forever. And I really believe that. I believe, I tried quitting a million times, So I bought this book. It's backwards. Allen Carr's The Easy Way to Control Alcohol. And I bought it a couple years ago. And then I hid it because I was ashamed. Because I'm what's wrong with me? Why can't I drink and have fun like everybody else? Why do I get so out of control? And why can't I just have a couple? Why do I always have to have that next one and then black out and then it starts all over again? So I bought this book a couple years ago. And like I said, then I hid it because I was ashamed. So in January is when Krista's and my adventures really began. We came across this awareness challenge by Christel Crawford, and it was where you ask the question 30 times a day for 30 days. And it was, what would it take for me to be willing to live the energy of what I'd like my life to be so that it can actually show up for me in totality? And then it's a little bit longer than that. But I tell you what, I did not anticipate that challenge taking me to where it has brought me today. So, it got me to eventually pick up this book. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry. I didn't pick it up. But I went into my laundry room one day. It must have been in April. And it'd been after I'd taken the challenge, and that book actually fell off my shelf and it landed on the floor. If that's not a sign, I don't know what is. And so I'm like, oh my God, what would it take for me to be willing to live the energy of what I'd like my life to be? And so I picked up that book. And the beauty of that book, and I quit smoking with his Allen Carr's Easy Way to Quit Smoking book. The beauty of that book, he doesn't want you to quit drinking or smoking or whatever it is while he wants you to keep drinking during the book. Great. So I was really drunk, except no, you can't drink when you're reading the book. So after. Anyways, his books were they were the first, like Access Consciousness has really got me to start thinking in a different way. Allen Carr's books were the first time I ever had this knowledge of, wow, like if I want to make a change, I have to actually just see the world in a different way. Not the way I've been that you learn along the way, not all these things that people have told you your whole life that you've bought as your own. You have to look at the world in a different way, and you have to make new choices if you want change. And so I read this book, and I will tell you, it pissed me off. When you learn something that is opposite of what you have believed your whole life, it will piss you off. Same with the foundation class Krista and I took in July from Christel Crawford as well. It pissed me off. Big time. But then what you got to look at is like, okay, like if there wasn't something in this for me, would I even be resisting and reacting to it? Probably not. So maybe pay attention to the things that piss you off in life. So it's been a really amazing science experiment, basically. This might piss you off too, but after reading that book, something that has destroyed my life for so long, I've never had so much self-hatred than I have in the last decade. Like absolute self-loathing hatred. You're a shitty person. You're just like, all you do is drink and you're fucked up and blah, blah, blah. And you're supposed to be this healer and you can't even help yourself. Like some nasty, nasty, nasty things I've said to myself. To go from all of that to the ease that it was to quit drinking is actually like so funny. So ridiculous. I'm telling you, it was so easy to quit drinking. Like I don't even think about it anymore. I was so desperate to get out of that hellhole, and then it was so easy. I just can't even believe it, actually. The first, I will say, probably for 3 weeks, it was obviously a challenge. It's a change. You go from drinking your face off all the time to not, and like numbing your life and just washing away reality every time you drink, to all of a sudden, oh my God, I am aware of everything, and like what do I do with this? So what I did with it is what I've desperately wanted forever, which is to meditate and to play with crystals and to work with energy and to be this magical being that I've desperately wanted to be for so long that I just didn't have time for because I was too drunk before that. And it's been an amazing journey. And the neatest thing about it is that, well, seriously, that it was so freeing and so easy to quit. Like, there is not a part of me that wants to drink. It has nothing to do with willpower. It is everything to do with viewing everything in a different light. There's no willpower. It was not difficult. And so the only thing that was difficult, I would say, was the stuff happening in my body, because our bodies are conscious. They are aware of our thoughts, feelings, emotions. They're aware of what we put in them, for sure. They resist and they react, and they become programmed over time to be a certain way. So when I quit drinking, it was like, holy shit, man. Like, what are you doing to me? I have never had worse anxiety. Well, and I don't really get anxiety that often, but this was like chronic, every day, all day long for the first 3 weeks that I quit. And it was really interesting to me because I was like, I don't want to drink. Like, no part of me wants to drink, but this is like, this sucks. Like, it hurts. Like, I can't breathe. I would like lay down and like stretch out. It's like, oh, I just can't breathe, man. I just want to breathe. And I'll tell you, it was a really neat science experiment because all of that is your body has to catch up to your new way of thinking. That's it. You got to let go of the crap that it's programmed to so that it can catch up to this new way of living. That's it. And what helped me get through that was Reiki every single day, crystal healing, Auralite 23 placed on my solar plexus because that's where I felt the anxiety really, really bad. Auralite 23 just like reprogramming. I don't know how to explain it. It just like, it's like my cells were just shifting and moving. And like, seriously, it's all been a really neat science experiment. And so lots of crystal healing, I laid in crystal layouts every day, basically. And then I had 2 girlfriends. I let them in on this little secret that I was a raging alcoholic. I'm not alcoholic, maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, everything that is. And I said, but I've got this really, really bad anxiety. And so they kind of got messages from their spirit team. And the one girl said, what if you could just not make it so significant? Like, what if you just were in allowance of this anxiety? And I was like, okay. And then the other girl said to put my feet barefoot on the ground and visualize opening up the bottom of my feet and allowing Mother Earth to take all that away from me. And I tell you what, those were the 2 most solid pieces of advice I've ever been given, because I was like, yeah, like, what if you could just quit resisting and reacting to this anxiety and see it for what it is? Like, your body is going through a lot and it just needs to shift and change and get caught up to this new way of living. What if that's okay? And I'm like, oh my God, duh! So awesome. And then, yes, for probably 3 or 4 days in a row, I would go outside in the morning. And like, Krista and I quit in May. So it's been over 4 months now. And so it was nice because it was summertime and you could be outside in nature. That's super helpful too. Anyway, I would go out every morning and I would put my bare feet on the ground and I would just ask Mother Earth, please take these annoying anxieties from my body. And it worked. And so there are so many tools for us out there to change. Like, if you feel like you are in a place of no choice, no possibility, I am here to tell you we always have choice. And if you are desperate to quit drinking or get out of an unhealthy situation, whatever that is, please know that you have choice and you can do it. And crystals help. I don't know how to say this loud and clear enough. Crystal healing, carrying these little friends with you, laying with them, that Auralite 23 on my solar plexus saved my life. It helped me to reprogram my body, like to get rid of old programming, all these crystals that I've used, and Reiki healing, and then access bars, because it goes in and it defrags these old ways of functioning and what if you could just start anew today with whatever you want? Like, who cares what it is? Let's just all be happy. I just want to be happy. And you know what? If everyone just worried about themselves and worried about their own happiness, well, then we wouldn't have to worry about anybody, right? So let's just start worrying about ourselves. And, change in the world starts with you, baby. So if you would like to talk to me or Krista about, if you want to quit drinking, or if you want help with any of, like, what is this weird thing you're doing? What do you mean, like, changing your point of view and changing the way you see things? If we're here for you, man. If you need help, if you need a little guidance, if you need some twins, because I'm telling you what, I don't know that life would be so easy. In fact, I know it wouldn't without Krista. And so if you need that twin to help you out, we're here for you. And if you are suffering in any way, please just know that you have choice. I know we can make up all these stories about why we don't have choice, but we always have choice. Love yourself. Do one thing that's kind for you today. And have a good day.